So my name is Nangwe Mariam, registration number 1023 BIT 011, and I'm discussing database languages. For example, we have data definition languages, which include the create, the alter, the drop, and truncate. So now we can look at how the create does. It is used for creating the databases plus its objects or tables. So you can say create create database, and you give it a name. So let me call my database school. So it is there. I'll say use school for me to be able to create objects for that database. So I'll say use school, and then I will say create table student, and this student can have attributes or columns like ID. We shall have the student ID, which is of integer. We can make it a primary key, and give it auto increment. We can as well give the student a name. The name can be of a varchar data type. We specify its length to 100. We can give that name the course, which can be of a varchar or a character or a text, whichever. Can give it 100 as well. Then we can have max, which can be of integers. So integers, we can specify the length, or we can just leave it either way. Then we have to close the big bracket that we had opened at first, and then we terminate. So our table is already created. If at all we want to prove, we can say show tables. Show tables. So our table student is already there in a database called school. So now you can as well see the structure of the table called student by saying describe student. So we have the ID, the name, the course, and the marks. So from here we can go to the next language, which is called next statement, which is called alter. The alter statement is used to modify or adjust on the table columns. For example, we can add, we can modify, we can rename using the alter statement. So we can say alter, but all I want to add a column called reg number, alter table student. I'll say add column, the name, reg number, and then we specify the data type. Let's give it a varchar, and then we give it a length to be 100. So it is adding another column to our table. So if at all I say select, if at all I say describe, it has to bring that column for reg number. Remember the other time it was not having, but right now we've added. So I'll say describe student, and it is there, it is here down here. So that is how alter means, how it does. Now we can go to drop. The drop statement is used to delete or remove the objects from the database, and as well it can as well delete or remove a database, the whole database itself completely from the MySQL. So we can say drop. To make sure your data is safe, you have to have a backup, or maybe when you don't want it you can just drop. But for me, as for this, let me just duplicate this table such that I drop the duplicate one. So I'll say create table. I'll name it duplicate, and then I say select all from my original one, which is the student. It means whatever this duplicate table is having is from the original table. For example, we can say describe duplicate. So it has whatever is in the original one. Now here we can use the drop statement using the duplicate one. So we can say drop table, and say drop table duplicate. So it is now deleted totally. So if at all we want to prove, we can say show tables. Remember the other time they were two now created, so right now we can see if it is totally removed. So we can say show tables. We now have the original one only. Then we can as well go to truncate. For truncate we shall use it, but let's first insert some values in our database. Insert into student values, and then we have the ID one, we have the name, which is a vocal, so we have to put it in quotes, Mariam. So we have the course, can give it IT. We have the max, we can give it 50. We have the reg number, we can give it 2023 slash bit slash 011. So that is the record that we have created. So now we close and terminate. So our record is there. Probably we can make two records. Let's make this one too, and let's give this one a 90. Let's give this one IT2, and this name should be Nangobi, and the ID here we should give it 2. So if we say select, we want to see what records we have. If we say select all from from student, it has to bring the two records, Mariam and Nangovi records. Now those to use the truncate, it means it will remove the record or the row plus the space allocated to that row. Let's try it. Truncate table student. No, let's not use the student. Let's use our duplicate table that we had created. Create table student. Yeah, let's use this duplicate table. So let me say truncate table, truncate table duplicate. Remember, it is having all the values that we created here. I had deleted it, but I've just put it back. So once we say truncate table duplicate, it means all the records that were there are not there, but the table itself, the structure is still there. Only the records that have disappeared. So we can say and prove to say select all from duplicate. So the duplicate now is having an empty set, but it was having the same records just like this one is of our original table student. Now we can look at the data manipulation languages, which we have the insert. We've looked at insert, whereby we can just say insert into student values, and then we give the values. So let me add the third value. Just edit here, give it a 60, give this one 83, and then this one how to be win, and then it has to be ID 2, ID 3. So it means if I say select or from student, select all from student, it will have 3, even including this one that I've just put. Now we have another statement called the update. Update is used to modify or change what is already existing in the table. For example, the records used to update or modify the existing records. For example, we can change the 50 from Mariam to 99. We can say update student, which is the table name. And then we set max to be 99. Then we want to specify where exactly, not updating the whole column, but where exactly the specific row. So where ID is equal to 1. It means when I say select all from that, it will be having a 99 instead of a 60. Like for example, select all from student. So here the marks were 50, but right now we have 99. So we have updated. That's how update means. And then we have the delete. The delete is used to delete or remove records that are already existing by specifying in case, or if we don't specify, it means it will delete everything. So let's try to see delete I think so we can say delete from student where, so we want to delete a specific row or a specific record. For example, we want to delete the third person or the third row which have the ID 3, where ID is equal to 3. So if at all we say select, this must be gone. It has to say, if we say select all from student, it will bring only 2 records, meaning this one that we specified here, ID 3, has been deleted. Now we can look at the data command language, data query language, which is the select. Majorly we deal with the select, and from the start we've been using the select word that is used to retrieve data from a database and its objects. For example, we say select all from specifies the exact table where you want to retrieve data from student. We can as well use the where clause, which is used to give a condition, specifically a condition for which data has to be retrieved, or that has to be considered when retrieving data. For example, select all from student where on the specified value. So let me retrieve only ID number 2, where ID is equal to 2. So I want only records for Nairobi. So it has brought that is the where condition. Now we have the group by, the order by. The order by is used to organize records in their retrieving data depending on their ascending or descending order. For example, we can say select all from student and say order by ID. We give it descending, so I want it to come from down as it goes up. So it has started with the ID 2, then it goes to 1. That is the descending, but as well we can use the ascending. So you specify the column that you want to consider when ordering. So here let me specify the name. We are ordering by name in their ascending order. So right now the name M comes first, and then N follows. That's why Mariam starts, then Mariam then Nangobi follows. That's why that is called ascending order by name, the column name in the ascending order. Now we have the limit. The limit clause is used to specify the number of rows or records that you want to retrieve. For example, if I say select all from student order by name ascending, and then I say limit, from here I can say limit 1. It means it will bring only 1 record. And if I say limit 2, it will bring 2 records. So that is how the limit clause works. Now we have the AND, OR, and between operators. The AND has to compare to make sure both conditions are true. So both conditions must be true for you to retrieve data that you want. So we can say select all from student. Let's use the and we see from student where ID is equal to 1 and this ID and max is greater than 90. So we want it to use this condition is to make sure both conditions are true. They need to retrieve data concerning that. So we see it is bringing the ID 1. We have Mariam, and Mariam has 99, meaning both conditions are true. That's why it is bringing this record. But then we have the OR statement, which is used to compare, to consider either of the 2 conditions have to be true. So we can say O max is less. Yeah, so here we expect it to return both records. We first come where ID is equal to 2 or where ID is equal to 1 or max is less than 90. Oh, max is greater than 90. Once you're wondering where the condition, where ID is equal to this O. So let's see. O max is greater than 90. No. So let's use cos probably. O max is greater than 90. Less greater. So let me see. Some error. Oh, we can use cos or cos. So that is the AND. Now we can as well look at the between. The between operator retrieves data depending on the range that you specify. Like, for example, we can say select all from select all from student between between 1 and 2. Oh. Where we are on our between. Between from student one between 1 and 2. So that is it. So I remain now Mariam, registration number 2023 BIT 011.